Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm doing an exciting one. I'm kind of spilling tea, you know, so I've got a cup of M&S ginger tea. I feel like I'm cramped up in this corner again, but this is the only corner that is kind of white in my boyfriend's room, so this is the only corner that I can film in. Anyway, we move. So I'm filming an influencer Q&A. You guys asked a lot of questions. Like, I was actually quite shocked at how many, sorry, this top is like falling down. I basically asked you guys on my Instagram. I asked you for a bunch of questions and you guys really came through, so yeah, I'm gonna answer as many as I can for you without obviously getting sued by any company or anything. I'm gonna try and be as honest as possible. So yeah, let's get straight into the video and I hope you enjoy it. So I got a lot saying you would do influencing full-time without a job if you could, or like you want to Instagram full-time, you want to YouTube full-time. No, not at this current point, maybe in the future, but I can't imagine not having like a full-time 9-to-5 job, and I love my job so much that I would never want to quit it for YouTube, or Instagram. Even if I wanted to right now, I couldn't do it full-time. I do not earn enough from it, so yeah, that's how it is right now. Obviously I've been loving spending more time doing it during furlough and lockdown and stuff, so yeah, we'll see where life goes. Maybe I would like to get a lot further with it, and I would like to grow a bigger, like a platform. Like my YouTube has always been such a steady grower, and it's kind of like annoying because I put so much time into it, but I guess that's just how it is. Like, you know what I mean? Some people blow up, some people don't. Along those lines, I also got one saying you earn enough to go full time from Instagram, and no, I don't. So some months I earn a lot more than others, so like it just comes and goes in waves really. So no, I do not earn enough to go full time. It would be nice, but no. To grow your Instagram and gain followers, so I would just say post consistently. I have started trying to post once a day because I feel like that's when I get the most results. Post a lot of stories and use a lot of like engaging things on your stories, like ask people questions, do Q&As, do polls, that kind of thing. Really like try and interact with your audience and following. Another really big tip that I have is make sure you're commenting on not everyone, but like people who have similar Instagrams to you. Really interact with them, and that is really good for engagement. How much do influencers earn? Okay, so this is a tricky one because it's different for everyone, and there is not a kind of across the board earning for influencers, but I would usually say it depends on the size of the campaign or the collaboration, but I would usually say influencers get paid 10% of their following. That is kind of like a average kind of thing, but then again, people get paid a lot more and they get paid a lot less. So yeah, it really just depends on the company, what kind of content they're asking for. Do you ever feel like you're tired of your own content? How to deal with that kind of feeling? Yes, especially through lockdown, I've been like, oh, my content is dead. It's getting a bit better now, and I'm taking more pictures outside, and I've kind of got a little setup going. But yeah, I do get so bored of my content, and I also get sick of looking at my own face. Like, I just get bored of looking at this. It's just annoying. But yeah, that is just part of being an influencer. It can seem vain, but I generally just love showing clothes on my Instagram. I love sharing graduate content and food content and work content, so yeah. And I always get like such nice messages of you guys saying that you like my content and I help you out, so that is like the reward, if that makes sense. Yeah, as long as I know you guys are loving it. Do you see YouTubing, Instagramming as being a sustainable career or industry? And no, I don't think so, just because I think things could go wrong at all points on social media. Like, it could just collapse and YouTube could like fall off the world. Like, people could not be interested anymore. So I do think it's good to have something. If you are full-time, fair enough, but for me personally, I'm so glad I've got like my degree and my job, because if I went full-time in the future, I would always have like my degree and my experience to fall back into, if that makes sense. Say if I ever did go full-time on Instagram. But yeah, I don't really see it as sustainable, just because I think it is very risky and something could go wrong. But maybe it's just because I'm not in a position to do it full time that I think that. So do you approach brands yourself? So no, sometimes I do message brands on Instagram about like gifting or like working on a collab with like a clothes brand, but because I'm on management, they sort out all my brand deals for me, so they're the ones that do that kind of side of things, and I'm so thankful for that because I honestly would not have time to manage that side of things with my full-time job, so I would definitely always stick to management for the time being. I've got another question along the lines of management saying, do management companies take a cut of what you earn? So yeah, of course they do. They're not going to do it for free, and they deal with all the like the hassle and the finance and that side of things, so yeah, of course they take a cut, otherwise there would be nothing in it for them. But yeah, I'm sure all management companies are different and they all take like a different price themselves, but yeah, I think that's only fair really, otherwise they would just be not earning a thing. How did you get your first brand deal? My first paid brand deal was through my management when I just started with them a few years ago. But gifting things, my first major like collab was with Boohoo actually. That was in first year of uni, which was kind of like 2 years before I got my management. I was actually a Boohoo ambassador for a year, so that was like my first major thing, and that probably kind of like set things rolling. That was amazing, I loved that so much. So that was my first big thing, and I remember I was so shook, like I just could not believe what was happening. And I went to the Boohoo HQ in Manchester, had a day there with them for training, and it was just insane, like oh, good times. That was when it was probably the ball started rolling for me. How does AdSense work? Being an influencer, is it the main, and being an influencer, right, I'll answer this bit first. How does AdSense work? So basically the adverts you watch on our YouTube videos, we get like a tiny, like 1 penny, whatever it is, amount from those adverts, and then it goes into our AdSense, which is like the bank account for YouTube basically, and then we get paid when we reach the threshold of £60. And for me that honestly takes a long time to build up. Like I do not earn much at all from YouTube, and I wish I did, but I just don't. So yeah, that proves that I love doing it because I love it and I want to make nice content for you guys, because I really don't earn much from YouTube at all. But yeah, it takes a while for me to earn up that £60, but that's how it works basically. And being an influencer is the main income from brand deals. Personally for me, yes. I know a lot of other influencers say that affiliate links are also a good source of income for them, but I think you probably need to have a bigger following for that to be a really good source of income. But I do earn a little bit from affiliate links and from 21 buttons, that kind of thing, but my biggest income is definitely from brand deals, then YouTube, then affiliate links. Did you find my management company, or did they find you? So I am with Sharp Talent and they reached out to me. It was the very beginning of third year at uni. They reached out to me and I didn't have many followers. I think I really can't remember. I think I might have had 6k on Instagram, or I might have made that up. I don't know. But yeah, I had 6k back then. And yeah, they reached out to me, said, do you want to join? I did a bit of research and decided for me that was probably the best decision. So yeah, they reached out to me. I signed the contract and I was ready to go. Favourite brand you've worked with? Oh my god, I've actually need to take a sec to think about this, because I bet there's loads of brands that I just love. Glossy Box, the team there are so nice. I absolutely love them, their team. They're really nice to work with. Nasty Gal, great to work with. Boohoo, again, they were amazing. They put so much effort into our scheme while it was running. I've worked with so many brands now, but I just can't think. I think a lot of the brands, because a lot of the brands that I work with, my management deals with their side of things, so a lot of the time, which is probably a downfall of management, I don't get to know the brand because management deals with it. But Benefit, I've not worked with them, but I went to an event with them and the girls there were so lovely. They were lovely. Who else? And then there's like loads of little small companies that I worked with that are just so lovely, and I love supporting smaller companies because I just think social media is such a nice way for them to get exposure. Do you receive any form of hate on your platforms? So I am actually really lucky and I don't receive any hate, rarely. It's very rare that I actually get hate, and when I do, it does get to me a little bit sometimes, but it kind of depends what it is. Like I remember once someone said that I mumbled, and I can kind of see where they're coming from because I do mumble a bit sometimes and I do talk a bit fast sometimes, but yeah, I can't think of too much hate I've had personally, so that's probably a good thing. But I just think there is no time for hate on the internet. Like, if you're one of those people leaving people hate comments, just like remove yourself, because it's just so mean. Most you've been paid for a brand deal, and what did you have to do with it? So I don't want to get sued, so I'm not actually going to say an exact number, but yeah, I've been paid for one brand deal. I've been paid no more than £300, and yeah, so the most expensive one I've had paid, I had to post 2 Instagram pictures, but yeah, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to get sued, you know. There's some big companies out there with a lot of money and I don't have much money right now, so I'd probably, yeah, be screwed. Do you ever feel a pressure for your Insta to look a certain way due to being an influencer? Yes, I definitely do, and sometimes I actually find it quite overwhelming, and I can let my head, run away with it, and I have to check myself. Like, sometimes I can get into routines where I'm just on Instagram way too much and trying to get the perfect pictures and stuff, and it just never works. And often the pictures that do the best for me are the ones that are more relaxed and not as staged and stuff. So yeah, sometimes I just have to remove myself for a sec and then realise it's not, you know, it's not real life. Instagram, it is, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the be all and end all of things. So yes, I do feel pressure sometimes. How did you approach the idea of starting a YouTube channel with your parents? That's an interesting one. So yeah, I spoke to my mum about it, I think, and obviously she was all for it. I didn't really make it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm starting a YouTube. I just did it one day. Like, it wasn't like a big thing, and I never thought it would really go anywhere. So yeah, she loves it, and she loves the fact that she can watch my she can like watch what I'm doing while I'm in London or while I'm in Nottingham. So it's nice for her to like see my vlogs and stuff. And I think a couple of my other family, I know my uncle and auntie watch my YouTube. Hey, yeah, it's not really a big deal in my life, I don't think. Like, I don't really speak about it much in real life, just because I know people aren't really, I don't know, it's kind of like a strange world to some people, so I don't really talk about it too much. Like, if you meet me, I won't really talk about it. I don't know, maybe I should talk about it more, but yeah, I kind of keep this part of my life, like, I don't know, it's my thing, and I just do it myself, you know what I mean? I don't really tend to involve other people in it too much. Like, maybe there's be a few clips of my friends sometimes, my mum's in it sometimes, Jordan will be in the background, but apart from that, yeah, I just keep it to myself. But yeah, it wasn't a big deal when I started, it just kind of started. Does it help YouTubers if we don't skip the ads and watch the whole thing? Yes, it does. I would never tell you guys to do that because I think adverts are so annoying, but yeah, it does really help us. It definitely earns us more money. Same with using our affiliate links. I actually posted about this on my stories the other day. If you see YouTubers, Instagrammers linking things, and it's usually like a short little link, it's usually an affiliate link, and it makes no difference to you guys whatsoever. Like, no extra charge, no, it doesn't make you buy anything, but it literally just means that the brand gives us a little bit of commission. So I'm gonna end this video here. I really hope you enjoyed it and it gave you like a little bit of an insight into like the mystery world of Instagram and YouTube. I know people are very curious about it, and it can be like a very strange world. So yeah, if you want me to film anything else like this, leave it in the comment section. I hope you're all so well, and yeah, looking after yourselves, staying safe. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.